Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Let's say you're building a brand. You need consistent characters, strong editorial visuals, campaign-level images that actually look styled. So, you open an AI image tool, and after 10 generations, everything still feels random. The pose changes, the vibe shifts, the aesthetic turns into costume, and suddenly you're spending more time fixing outputs than creating. That's where things get interesting, because today I'm testing Higgsfield Soul 2.00, an image model built specifically for creators who care about consistency, culture, and visual direction. Not just images, but images with taste. Let's see what it can actually do. You'll find the link to Higgsfield in the description, or you can simply search for Higgsfield Music, AI in your browser, and you'll land on this homepage. Now, one thing you'll immediately notice is that this platform is clearly built for creators. It's not just a single AI tool. It's more like a full creative ecosystem. You have tools for images, video, editing, characters, even contests where you can participate and earn. It's designed around creation, not just generation. On the top navigation, you'll see sections like image, video, edit, character, contests, vibe, cinema studio, and more. But for this video, we're focusing specifically on Soul 2.0, Higgsfield's in-house image model. You can access Soul 2.0 either by clicking the banner on the homepage or by going into the image section and selecting it. From there, I'll just click the banner to jump directly into it. Now, we're inside the Soul 2.0 workspace. The interface is clean and minimal. At the bottom, you'll see the prompt box where you can describe the scene you imagine. So let me paste my prompt. For this example, I'm generating a young man in his early 20s with a specific aesthetic direction. The idea here is not just realism, but controlled, intentional styling. Next, we need to select the model. Higgsfield isn't limited to just one model. You'll see options like Cadream 4.5, Nano Banana Pro, Nano Banana Unlimited, GPT Image 1.5, and others. But for this test, we're using Soul 2.0 since that's the model built specifically for culturally aware, fashion-forward visuals. Now, let's configure the settings. I'll select a 4:3 aspect ratio for this example. For resolution, you can go up to 2K, which is more than enough for high-quality outputs, so I'll choose 2K. You also have a prompt enhance toggle. If your prompt is rough, you can enable it to refine your input. In my case, I'll keep it as is. Then comes batch size. This controls how many images are generated at once. I'll go with 4 images so we can compare variations. Now, here's where things get interesting. Style and character. Let's start with style. When you open the preset panel, you'll see different categories like mood, styles, and camera. Under mood, you get options like Asian nostalgia, double exposure, Mystic City, swag era, siren, all curated aesthetic directions. Under styles, you'll find presets like warm ambient, Y2K street, subtle flash, theatrical light, flash editorial, and more. And under camera presets, you get options like retro black and white, Y2K studio, street photography, digital camera, and old smartphone, which changes the visual medium feel. For this example, I'm selecting the old music smartphone preset to simulate that early digital, slightly raw aesthetic. I'll click Use Preset, and you can see it's now applied. Now, let's talk about something very important. Character consistency. If you want consistent subjects across multiple generations, this is where Soul 2.0 becomes powerful. I'll click on Create Character. If you already have one trained, you can select it. If not, you can create a new one. For best results, it's recommended to upload 20+ photos from multiple angles. That helps the model learn facial structure, lighting variations, and expressions for strong consistency. For demonstration purposes, I'm uploading 2 images of my character. This won't be perfect level training, but it's enough to test. After uploading, I'll name the character. Let's call him Tom. Then I'll click Create. Now the character is processing. Once it's ready, we can use it directly inside the generation. All right, character creation is complete. So I will use this and click Generate. All right. And as you can see, the outputs look beautiful, the details are sharp, the lighting feels natural, and most importantly, the character consistency is holding up really well. Even with just 2 training images, the structure, expressions, and overall vibe remain aligned. Now, here's where things get interesting. When you hover over any image, you'll notice a few quick access options. Multi-shot, animate, reference image. These are fast workflow tools if you want to expand from a single frame, but if you click directly into an image, you unlock even more control. You can upscale it for higher resolution. You can enhance it for additional refinement. You can relight the scene to completely shift the mood. There's in painting if you want to modify specific areas. And then one of my favorite features, angles. When I click on angles, I can literally regenerate the same character and set up from different camera perspectives, close-ups, side profiles, wider framing. It's like reshooting the same scene with a new camera position, and you also have the option to generate from 12 best angles automatically. Let's click that and generate. You can see it's already processing. All right, and it's done. Look at this. The character remains consistent across all angles. The lighting adapts naturally. The framing changes, but the identity stays intact. This is incredibly useful if you're building a sequence, a brand shoot, or even storyboards. And beyond static images, you can animate your character, apply relighting across variations, or use these outputs as structured assets for larger projects. But instead of just explaining what's possible, let me show you. Watch this. So that's Higgsfield Soul 2.0 in action. No complicated setup, no overwhelming interface. Just a clean workflow where you describe what you imagine and refine it with real creative control. Angles, lighting, style, consistency. What I personally like is that it doesn't feel like you're fighting the tool. It feels collaborative. You guide it, adjust it, and build on top of it. If you're someone experimenting with AI visuals, whether for thumbnails, storytelling, fashion concepts, or short films, this is definitely worth exploring. The link is in the description. Try it yourself, push it, test its limits, and let me know what you end up creating. I'll see you in the next one.